Hello there and welcome back for this fourth video of this campaign where I'm playing as Rome against other ancient civs and trying to take it through an archaeological perspective and decision making, a bit of history on certain aspects and what we know about it from archaeological record, as well as just normal gameplay in it. So the last you saw us was we just found the giant causeway down below. We're friendly with everyone and we're slowly expanding with our terribly sorry about my sneeze with our future war maybe with Macedon up here in the north, as well as trying to build up our empire as quick as possible. So we're now moving our troops towards Macedon with their archers in range, so hopefully when we get bronze working soon we could start pumping out our legionnaires, our unique unit, which is to hark back to the legions of the Roman Empire. So we can see Macedon has an archer running between our two cities. This could get interesting.
Divide and rule, a sound motto. Unite and lead, a better one.
So political philosophies is the first tier of governments, which I always find is quite interesting, as in, you have classical republic somehow in 1720, which doesn't seem to be plausible in the record. Oligarchy does, and autocracy, which is in a sense basically a monarchy, but in this case it's been, I think, arced back to the tyrants of the classical period in the Greek cities. So we're going to go with autocracy, because then it helps us build wonders, gives us 2 military, which we kind of want, so we want to put that, and maybe we'll have, what will we go for? We'll go for the unit maintenance reduced by 1, because we're going to be pumping out quite a lot of units. We don't want them costing too much, and we also want +1 production in our cities to essentially help with producing units, walls, etc. a lot quicker. And actually what we might do is we're already pumping out loads of, oh no, we've already closed it unfortunately, but next time what we could do when we do our next civic in 7 turns is try and help build for natural wonders. So we're going to go for the pyramids and beat Egypt to it, because unfortunately Egypt does not have any desert tiles in their vicinity to build it, while we do thanks to Antium. So I'll move our scout this way, hopefully he'll be able to see something a bit more. Maybe plop our warrior here just to let the Macedon know we're here. Don't try anything. We're moving our scout down into the tundra down here where he's found some cherry trees in the snow, which is quite picturesque. Now we've got our scout running down here next to the Omari city. So we'll leave this warrior here to guard Antium and we'll go on to our next turn. So as you can see, we've already got our future planning already here of what we want to build, and I think what I'm going to do some more future planning for my city down here in Kuma, to put up our encampment here to stop Egypt if it just wants to come through, not to come through. So we'll leave our warrior to guard the future goals of the Roman Empire. As you can see here, we found the Adriatic Sea down here. Let's move our scout down here into the snow. Let's see what else we can find. Fortunately, we lost our scout over here due to barbarians, and we've got this scout kind of running around. But we hopefully, here we want to put another city if possible, so we have that another possible access to the coastline. So we've got one more turn until we end the ancient era, and we move on to the next era, which is considered the classical, which is where most civilizations are dominant and have their highest highs, shall we say. So we've now entered the classical era, with Maori quite happy that we don't fall into we're in a golden age. We can make it education. So in this case, we could go for every time a city receives a culture for each specific district, in which we could be doing. We're going to be building specific districts. We could go I'm going to go with monumentality, because then we can use this to buy settlers. In that case, I wasn't meant to buy a settler, I was meant to build a builder. Whoops. But we can use faith to help purchase builders for ourselves, to hopefully develop the land around us. So we're probably going to put this settler over here. This settler, I'm not entirely sure. We'll pop him down here.
No.
And Greece is quite happy we're now in there, and the Maoris aren't happy with us because actually I don't know why they're not happy with us, but the Hanging Gardens have been built by someone else. Not entirely sure why we get that.
I'm also interested in creating a lasting legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of years.
There's a good thing we're moving our city over here, a settler over here to produce a city, so we can harvest this iron that's close by. And we'll go for archery to improve our slingers. We have no slingers, but to have archery units, which is a nice ranged troops that we can use. So we'll wait our turn. We can't go through that way, but we might be able to go through this city-state if they allow us. So we'll end our turn here. And the Coupe has created the Great Lighthouse somewhere. We have a unit to move. No, we can't do that. Maybe when they become our friends, or we could see if we can run around this way. So we've got our scout here. Let's try and get our scout. We haven't got to the bit where we have sailing, so we can't embark onto the waters, but see if there's any other avenues we can try and go.
No.
So with the Maori, he's basically saying. So we have a strong army, so that's why Cleopatra's very happy with us. But Maoris don't like us because we've been chopping down trees. We've been basically harming the environment around us. So Maori is quite one of the few civilizations in this game which is concerned about the environment. And as Rome tends to deforest a lot and uses the land for their own means, they're probably not going to like us, which is fine. They're all the way over here. We don't really care that much about them. So waffle.
People who cannot find time for recreation.
So what we're going to do is going to change the building for settlers, and we're going to put plus 15 for classical wonders, because we've got the pyramids being built over here. It's okay, our production, we can boost up our production here, which hasn't changed much. But what we can see is what we're going to be doing. So we'll probably buy, so we've got one settler who's just about to be built, but we should probably build an entertainment plaza next, and maybe our campus over here. Or actually, yeah, we'll leave our campus over here, and then if we can, we'll have our marketplace over there once we gain a bit more money. So we'll go for military training as our next civic. We'll found this lovely city over here, Ravenna, and go straight away into building those little walls to keep us nice and defensible. So we found a tribal village down here, basically being defended by barbarians, so we might as well see if we can go another way around.
May the forces of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
So we now have some, we can now produce archers, which would be very useful, but what we're going to do is build, can't buy the trader yet. Can we do it with faith? No. What we can do is build a builder, which is not too bad. So I'm going to build one in Ravenna and see if we can buy, not quite yet. So in 4 turns we can buy, we can have that iron, which would be very useful when it comes to iron working, and we can produce our units in a sense. So we'll go for the wheel. And also early on in this game we can form corps, so where we could bind units of men together, they can form a corps, and it's a much stronger military unit, and that's what we'll do. Founded our next city down here in the mountains, and again straight for that, building city walls to add for that defensiveness. So I'm fearing that Egypt's going to be moving up to this coastal tile here. So I think there's no point in us trying to settle over here, because I think this mountain range is going to be a nice defensiveness against us and Egypt, which I think is fine to be content with. We'll build our trader here. We have our little bit, but what we'll do is we'll also build some archers, quite a few archers, and we'll just leave that be. Let's start building some farmland. Have we got enough money to purchase this bit of land? Nope, 75. Annoyingly, they've decided to found this bit first instead of the iron, which is a bit disappointing. Poor planning by the city, but what can you do? So we have our person up here. Let's move this warrior here so we have a corpse with a +1 promotion ready and waiting. Build our next farm here. We've only got one more build of our builder left, so let's use it to get that, nab that iron.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly, but it turns. If it's natural to kill, how come men have to go into training to learn how?
So let's see what we can do. We can have more, we can produce more iron and horses from our units. We can add more ventristry, which could be quite useful. But I want to wait till we get to defense tactics and we can start building up walls a lot more quicker, as well as our encampments and agency bonuses. So we'll get that. That's what I'm hoping for next. We'll go for sailing because that's the cheapest one to go for, and we'll go for empathy here, which is a nice food a production for our capital, so we try and get them on our side. So we have to wait one turn and we should get this nice iron deposit for us, and we can hopefully soon start to develop our legions. And we're now caught on a crossroads here. Our scout is probably going to die. Let's see if we can run this way. Most likely he's going to die, so we're going to have to say goodbye to one of our scouts, unfortunately. Which we can see here, our scout is getting beaten up quite badly. But maybe the scout over here is left, so he might be able to run. No, he's just fully trapped. He's going to die. And we've got that iron. Fantastic, so we should be starting to produce some iron every small turn. we'll move this to Roma, as all roads lead to Rome, so it must be all, we have to trade everything coming out of Rome for the benefit of Rome. And we'll probably start trading with Alexandria, because Egypt has an interesting trade. If you trade with them, they not only give you gold, some science or whatnot, they will also give you food as well. So that's what we kind of want to do, because then they give us that little boost of food. And there we go, we've got another corp set, and we want to trade with Alexandria, and we get some 6. And we also boost ourselves to currency as well, because we're trading with a foreign power. So we'll keep running through Egypt's lands. They're more than Athens' lands. They're more than happy for us to do so, which is nice. We've lost our scout down in the south, which is sad, but there's not much we could do, unfortunately. So what we're trying to do is deter Egypt from coming this way, which we've done with Ravenna, Cuma and Batalia. I don't think India will come coming this way, so they'll probably start to go down this way.
Vessels large may venture more.
Persia. So we'll go for ironworking next. We could build our legions, or upgrade our current troops so they could be legions. And we've reached the end Cuthbus there, which is kind of annoying. Let's send our scouty boy through Athens' territory and out. And Jampagutta has declared war on Zanzibar. Very nice. As well, and this city's so he's favoured with his Indian city attacking an African city state. Interesting. So as you can see, we're now finishing our settler over here in Roma. And the question is where do we go? I'm going to put it down here, so we could start securing a bit more around here and maybe deter India a bit more away. We're going to add another envoy to this maritime city of Amphi over here, which is not very near the coast. It's not a coastal city, so interesting. And we built our first archer, so we'll move our warrior out the way and we'll move our archer.
Εκείνε πόλης χεχεμετέρα εστίν, παραεινώσω είμαι πολυπραγμονεήν.
Well, the annoying thing is his casus belli, in the sense of he owns every city-state. Every city-state on that he knows is his friend. So any city-state we're talking to, even if it's nowhere near him, as we put here, Athens is over here, and our city-state that we're talking to is over here. He just gets very annoyed quite quickly, which is kind of, it's not very good for us, let's put it that way. So the Temple of Artemis has been built by another person. Will it tell us who? No, because we haven't found them yet. So I don't think Macedon is going to attack us, which is quite nice. But what I am going to do is buy a tile here and start putting the government plaza down in our long line of activities we want to build. So get rid of the campus so far, but we might switch. We're going to put our campus here because I'm hoping maybe we could build like the Great Library or Oxford down here. So we built our archer. Let's see if we can create another corps. There we go. So we have some strong archers deterring Alexander away from us, and we're nicely almost finishing the pyramids. Fingers crossed we don't get beaten to it. That would be terrible. But unit needs to remove our archers up here. Let's send this scout down this way. Let's get rid of this fog of war, most fog of war on our continent. No, I am not giving you any of my iron, just in case you attack me with said iron. So we're getting 2 iron per turn, which is quite nice. As I said, like, the annoying thing on this map mode when it's quite big is
the Lord made us all out of iron. Then he turns up the heat to forge some of us into steel.
Is that the strategic resources are dumbed down on the gigantic map. I have no idea why. I've got a mod which should counteract it, but I haven't found any way around it, unfortunately. So fingers crossed we can get around it, maybe. So we'll build a watermill. Watermills are quite useful because they add that production, but they're also used for traditionally they've been used for making flour, as in they would press the grain and smash the grain into bits. And we've got a tribal village down here which no one has seen, and we're right in the middle of a pack of lions. Let's hope we don't get killed by them. Sorry, there's extra noises around. My girlfriend is making...
From the height of these pyramids,
tidying up places.
40 centuries look down on us.
So this is a quote from Napoleon. This is one of the only ancient seminoles of the world that still exists.
To opulence.
So that's what we want. Fantastic. So we want to get rid... We're getting a nice coming of gold anyway, but we want to improve our... encompassing adjacency bonus, but mainly for that production of our city walls. And then we want to go for a strategic resources cost units cost 80% cheaper. So when it comes to building our units, it should cost us a little bit cheaper to build them, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to start pumping out some legionnaires in amongst our archer corps in Meliana. And we'll go for our little poetry and start being poetic, as they say. Here we again use the river usefulness and build up our production. Thanks to building the pyramids, we've now got a free worker in Antium, who's now just going to start going away. And same here, we're going to see if we can build with Faith, our builder, and start backing up those horses and maybe produce our other unique unit of the Equus, which is a cavalry unit. So our friendships have all ended, but we'll let it be for the moment. I'm not too fussed. What we'll do is put our cities down here next to Vesuvii, as well as along the river. India seems to have Zanzibar under siege. Hopefully Zanzibar will not fall, as that would not be brilliant for us, because it means India's right on our doorstep, and it's nice to have that little buffer state. So I just have to wait and see. So we've now got mathematics now aligned with us, and we're now going to mine some truffles. Well, hunt some truffles, as I say, and we're gonna start putting a pasture down for our horses, and we'll start producing some horses. Our city state, our now new city. So he's not very happy because we've put a city relatively close to him, which we have, but that's fine. So we're gonna go straight for our building our walls, and then put our watermill, and then maybe our campus here or here when the time comes to it. So I think at the end of this turn I will stop, which it is now, and then I will catch you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.